Good morning, student. Today in this video I'm going to discuss about the major approaches to study of personality. Recently, psychologists have attempted to study personality in their own way. They have formulated various theories to explain personalities. These are divided into two approaches, namely type approach and trait approach. So these two approaches have been formulated in order to understand human personality. Now the first approach that they have talked about is type approach. Now under type approach, the theories which have been formulated by different psychologists is Hippocrates, another by Sheldon, endomorphic, mesomorphic, ectomorphic, and Jung has divided the human into two, introvert and extrovert. So both the personality tend to differ from one another. These are the theories which come under the type approach. Now, if we talk about the type approach attempts to comprehend human personality by examining certain broad patterns in the observed behavior characteristics of individual. Each person behavior pattern refers to one type in which individual are placed in terms of their similarities of their behavior characteristics. Now here they have given the definition of type approach on the basis of human behavior, that people tend to show differences in their behavior. So they have characterized personality into type A, type B. Both the individual does not share the common characteristic in terms of behavior, in terms of their activities, and in terms of their temperament. Now for example, the Jung has given the topology which have been divided the people into introvert and extrovert. So the characteristics of introvert does not match with the characteristics of extrovert. So under this approach, the personality type A does not match with the personality of type B. Personalities of an individual have been defined on the basis of temperament and on the basis of their physique under the type approach. Now another approach that have been developed is trait approach. Now trait approach focuses on the specific psychological attribute along which individuals tend to differ in consistent and in stable ways. For example, one person may be less shy whereas another may be more. Now these psychological attribute does not change throughout the life. They remain consistent in an individual and stable. As if we compare with the type approach, the personality tend to be different from one another, but here they have not characterized. Under the trait approach, personality has not been characterized. The particular specific attribute tend to remain same throughout over the situations. Now the another approach, that is interactional approach. Now this approach is also known by the term situational approach. Now according to this approach, people may behave as dependent or independent not because of their internal personality trait but because of the external reward or threat. So basically here they are talking about individuals tend to show changes in their behavior because of the external reward. So situation play a very important role in determining one's behavior. So they have given more importance to the situational factors, that people may change their behavior on the basis of the situation in which one is placed upon. And if we talk about an interactional approach, the behavior of an individual does not remain the consistent throughout one situation. They might change over a time. This was the major difference as we compare with the type approach and trait approach. So children, kindly note down the three approaches that we have discussed in this video in your notebook.